So operation is about inputs in the form of raw materials, labor, and money, and the output is in the form of goods and services. It's the biggest team in any organization. As such, it is in the ratio of 1:2, which means that if you have one salesperson, you have two operations person looking after the service part of it. Operation is about three E's. One is effectiveness. Effectiveness if delivering the output which is to the need of the customer. It has to meet the customer's requirement. The second being efficiency, which means that producing the output in a more efficient manner, in a more cost-effective manner. And the third being execution. It has to be executed as per a process and as per the procedures laid down. In short, operation is all about process and controls, and how good one executes it is considered to be the most excellent performer in an operation area. I would say operation is the backbone, okay, to deliver commitments which a sales team would have put across to a customer. You have operation in two forms. One we call as the front-end operations, and the other is the back-end operations. Front-end operation is to do with facing the customer and providing the services, which is typically also called as branch operations. Which means that if a customer enters into a branch and if a service has to be provided, there is a team which sits across at the counters who would provide those services. That team is called as the front-end operation or the branch operations. The second team, which is typically in a remote location, and that is what we call as a central processing unit, okay, or the central operation. They are the team which takes care of all the back-end processes which are not customer facing. Now, a career in a bank can be started off in any team, okay, but my view is a career in a bank has to start with an operations team, primarily because once a person knows a process and the procedures and the products, which is very much required for an operations person, then selling a product is much easier, or selling a service is much easier. Trade finance has products like letters of credit, bank guarantees, export bill discounting, import financing. So there are various products within a trade finance operations team. So if you look at it, operation split into retail and corporate. Within them, we have various units managing various functions, and under them, individual products. If you look at treasury, as another example, we have within treasury the fixed income money market team, which looks at typically bond markets, other domestic markets. Then we have the FX desk, which has both the interbank desk and the merchant desk. Interbank desk is nothing but counterparty being the banks, and on the merchant side, the counterparty, the deals which we do as bank being customers. Then we have the derivatives desk. So this is typically within a particular operations team, you have this desk which manages individual products. The key skills required would be the way, let's say when I am recruiting anybody, what I would look at in a particular person would be attitude. Attitude to do anything. The person has to, since it's process driven, there are standard processes defined. So a person has to have the attitude to follow that process itself and do anything which requires for the product to be delivered. So that's one attitude. The other is aptitude, which means that to do and to learn more and more products. To just after having finished with one particular product, move into the other desk and do more. Third would be people management. Operations is more of people, so there has to be people management skills which a person has to develop. Fourth being communication. As being a front-end operations team, one has to have a proper communication skill to convey the product and the process to the customer. So these are the 4-5 skills which I would put across, mainly required for an operations person. Opportunities are immense. I don't have examples. I can quote only my example. I joined the banking operations team as a clerk, and over a period of time, I've risen up to being the president of a particular unit. There's also today I also run my own company, so I've moved out of the banking side in banking industry and started my own company, which itself shows that it also gives you the courage and the knowledge, okay, to start and run a company of your own. So growth is immense. You have to show all your attitude, the four things required, which is attitude, aptitude, people management skills, and the product knowledges, which I spoke about earlier. If that is there, sky is the limit for an operations person to make a career in any organization, be it banking or be it manufacturing.